Now I'm reading part 3 of from Find the Treasure Within by Zen Master Daehaeng. This is a Korean Buddhism. It's like Zen, I guess. Here we have, how can I become a more spiritual person? It says, question 3, I'm trying to become a more spiritual person. I'd like to know about spiritual practice and sitting meditation. And it says, answer, that's the question. The answer is, just sitting physically down is not the way to practice Zen, because spiritual practice is done through your mind and not through your body. In this age when people's lives are so busy, our living itself, eating, working, driving, loving, sleeping, should all become practicing Zen. If sitting meditation were the only way to know your fundamental mind, there could be no more practice once that you stood up. Long time ago, when Matsu was sitting in meditation, Master Wu Xiang saw him, picked up a piece of roof tile and began to polish it. Matsu asked, "Why are you polishing a tile?" Wu Xiang replied, "I'm polishing it into a mirror." In that age, mirrors were made out of polished bronze. Han Sang then asked Matsu why he was sitting there. Matsu answered, "I'm trying to become a Buddha." And then Han Sang replied, "Then you shouldn't stand up. And you shouldn't stand up, you shouldn't eat, you shouldn't go to the toilet, otherwise your practice will stop as soon as you move your body." Matsu awakened as soon as he heard this. The Buddha also tried practicing through his body for years, but then that practice should be done through the mind. What is Zen spiritual practice? What is Zen? It's having faith in your foundation and trusting everything to it and observing the results while living your normal daily life. Have you noticed what happens after a car accident? The drivers stand around arguing about whose fault it was. No matter whose fault it was, the drivers were the cause, not the cars. Likewise, our fundamental mind, not our body, is the source of our every word and deed. Your fundamental mind is the driver. It can take care of everything and guide you in your daily life. In other words, the driver is taking care of everything and resolving every problem in your life. So entrust everything to your fundamental mind and live smoothly. Who makes you think, talk, and move? You may think it is obvious. I do. But is that I the one that caused you to be born into this world? Is that I responsible for your birth and death? What is responsible for the birth and death of every other being in this world? It is not the sense of I that you tend to think of as yourself. It is your true self which is doing everything. When you realize this truth, you can leave behind thoughts like, he did that to me, I'm doing, I did, I deserve. By the way, always view things positively. If you keep interpreting things negatively or always criticize and blame others, this will lower your spiritual level. When you live with faith in your true self, which is taking care of everything in your life, then your life itself becomes practicing Zen. You can practice while sitting, or if you are busy, you can practice while working or driving, and you can't even practice when lying down. All of this is practicing Zen, sitting meditation, standing meditation, lying down meditation, working meditation are not different. Mm-hmm. Is that like all the time, Simran? All the time meditation? Mm-hmm. Well, you shouldn't have a messed up, chaotic life after you've been meditating, right? It's just going to hurt. You should have sitting meditation, I think, but it so should. But a chaotic life does not support sitting meditation. No matter what you do in your daily life, if you believe in your true self and entrust everything to it, you are practicing meditation. There is nothing in life that is not the cultivation of mind, so you should not think that practicing Zen and learning Buddhism are separate from your daily life. Not ever. Entrust all things to your true self, and then your daily life itself becomes practicing Zen. In everything you undertake, you should trust your true self to solve the problems you face and know that only it can lead you in the right direction. This is the way to developing unwavering faith to direct your attention inwardly and to take refuge in your true self. If the thoughts of I, me, and mine die at every moment, then even though you do not sit down, everything you do becomes practicing meditation. Yeah, but usually you get to that stage after you've meditated a lot. So she can say that because she's meditated already. Right. Where are you going? Is there such a thing as a previous life or being reborn? Question 4. I've heard that what we experience in this life is the results of the good and bad things we've done in our past life, and in the life to come we'll receive the results of what we've done in this life. Is there really such a thing as a previous life or rebirth? Answer. Your previous life or rebirth is what you have created with your mind and what you receive with your mind. There is no past because you carry it with you when you are born into this world, and there is no future because it has not yet come. There is only this moment. However, there is no fixed span of time that we can actually call a moment either, so even the present does not exist. There is only endless change and manifestation and the ceaseless functioning of everything. That is all. That is why it is said that everything is empty. No present either. No past, no future, no present. However, people don't know that everything is essentially empty and don't get rid of their attachments to the things they do. So the things they did in the past were recorded as karmic states of consciousness, which later manifest through their lives and their bodies. These karmic consciousnesses are the chains that enslave people. Everything about people lived during their past lives was automatically recorded within them and later comes out automatically according to the circumstances. There are good things and bad things, and there are favorable results and unfavorable results. People receive things according to what they have done. They reap the fruits of their actions. There are no mistakes, accidents, or mistakes in the results. However, cause and effect can also be subject to change. If you can let go of everything without clinging and return it to your true self, your foundation, then you can erase your karmic consciousnesses one by one. Usually it is said that good karma brings good results and bad karma brings bad results, but you should know that both are nothing but the workings of your karmic consciousnesses, which result from ignorance and attachments. In order to be born into this world, the father's seed and the mother's egg combine together to make the physical body, and the eternal life and the karmic consciousness also merge there. The eternal life is Buddha nature, true self, inherent nature. Inherent nature is intrinsically pure and bright, functions smoothly without any friction. So we cannot say that our inherent nature is dirty or clean because nothing can stick to it. The Buddha repeatedly emphasized that we should awaken to our inherent nature, our true self. The reason for this is that from the viewpoint of inherent nature, all of the good and bad things, even death and rebirth, are just tricks. That tricks that are karmic consciousnesses play on us. If you could see things from the standpoint of Buddha nature, you would know that everyone is equal without any discrimination of you and me, and that nothing is separate from anything else. I am the whole, and the whole is me. Thus, there is no particular subject that can say, it's me or it's you. Likewise, there is no subject that repeatedly passes through the cycle of birth and death. It is a mistake to assume that there is a certain substance, such as the spirit, that is reborn again and again. However, people believe there is a subject that is reborn again because they are not awakened to their inherent nature and mistake their karmic consciousness for their own fundamental self. We cultivate our minds in order to be free from the cycle of birth and death and to attain enlightenment and nirvana. Until then, our lives are in the process of evolution until we can melt the chains of our karmic consciousnesses and obtain true freedom. Regardless of how long it takes, we should keep polishing our minds on the way to truth as we change our worn-out bodies. Your question suggests that you see only the forms of the physical world. The visible world is only 50% of everything. 50%? Why is it so high? Well, it's only like 1%. She's missed out. She says it's 50%. We'll have to say she made a mistake. It's 5% or 1%? Well, it would be a mistake to completely ignore it, but try not to pay so much attention to the phenomenal realm. Instead, explore your own foundation, the world of mind, which has no physical form. Let go of everything and entrust everything to your true self and your foundation, which has made you what you are today. Instead of following the endless cycle of birth and death, believe in and take refuge in your true self, which is neither born nor dies. If you practice diligently and awaken to what your mind really is, you will know your inherent nature, which is neither born nor dies, which is never stained by anything. Further questions such as whether or not there are things like a soul or rebirth will be answered naturally. Okay, we were reading from Find the Treasure Within by Zen Master Daehaeng. We got it from HanMaUm Temple in Flushing, Queens. It's Korean Buddhism. Okay.